So I am done. I spent a few hours weeding today. I got a huge overflowing, sorry, my daughter's running from puppies. They just love her. And a heaping pile in my wheelbarrow that I gave to the pig of all the clippings, all the weeds, and now look at my poor naked plants. That was all weeds that are leaves that were either moldy or yellow or dead. So they are in desperate need of a watering now after all that work around their roots and stuff. But yeah, look at that poor thing. Couple branches. I still believe it's gonna actually produce just as good, if not better, because it doesn't have all those moldy, dying plants and leaves hanging all around them. Didn't have to do much there. Didn't touch this. Just pretty much did the tomatoes. I did a little in my other squash garden, but not much. These ones are good. You could see I got some yellow ones still on there, but I took off the moldy and dead, and these were still this bushy. That is a poor sucker that I stuck in the ground because cutworms had ate my tomato plant that was there twice, and that's what it was. The best plant I had was a sucker that I could put there, but by then these grew up so fast it really just didn't get the sun and attention it needed, especially without me out here pruning. This bed was bad. I haven't picked it up. It's going to take my husband and me together picking these up, holding them in the air to put cages around them and get them off the ground. I don't really trust my kids to help me with that. Their strong suit isn't really bending plants carefully. And even my husband, I struggle letting him do it because I have some control issues and he's not the most gentle, and I got to get rid of that. That ain't going to do anything for me or the plant. That can go. Another one that was all I pretty much did was pick out the weeds. It was pretty bushy. My Cherokee purple tends to really curl up, like it is thirsty all the time. I got definitely got a lot of these with my Cherokee purples. We got that funny bottom. Cleaned up this little bed, and I trimmed leaves. I trimmed so many leaves off of this plant. I kind of went crazy on it, but I'm hoping then everything else will get better sun. Oh, I do have a watermelon starting. Get really excited about watermelon. They're just so nummy. But they're also super, super juicy, so you tend to I don't like anybody but my husband around when I'm eating them because I'm usually slurping away. It's not the most beautiful thing, but they are so good. We just usually cut them right in half in the garden and sit there and dig in. But a lot gone. A lot that wasn't necessary, that was in the walkway, that was choking out other plants. I mean, I found bean plants I didn't even know were in there. And I'm excited about my beans because we do canned beans. We like a lot of fresh beans. We like a lot of fried beans. So I'm really excited and glad I was able to give them another chance to really have some sun and some love and maybe grow. I'm really excited about this trellis just being over full. Kind of trimmed down that tomato and got sidetracked, so I didn't finish that. I am now going to go in for the night. I'm going to shower, figure out what to make my family for dinner. An always battle. I'm really sad that I didn't harvest my basil in time. I'm obsessed with basil. The smell is just so good. Oh, hi little Bumble. So yeah, I haven't seen any of my bees in here, but I have seen the Bumbles like crazy while I've been in here gardening. I'll actually turn you off for a minute and take a stroll over. This is my shame garden. I am ashamed of how bad it has gotten. It's all flowers in there, perennials, beautiful ones. Beautiful ones that aren't going to bloom this year because they are so choked out. I mean, look at the color on those delphiniums. It's like blue to purple, just, it's amazing. And all my phlox. And I bought more than one color of phlox. I'm hoping I have more. But yes, look how sad this is. Right there, you can see the top of a plant in amongst a bunch of weeds. So sad. Strawberries. Strawberries are horrible. I hate them down here. It's too hard. Oh, snake sliding through. It's too hard to get in here in weed. I have back problems. My husband has bad knees. We're going to raise this up. It's just, it doesn't work for us. I'm seeing if I can capture that snake on here. Where are you? Oh, there it goes. You can see its back. Oh, there it slid through. Pretty nice size one. Here are my honeyberries. Getting choked out. Come on. We leave him in our garden. He's good for our garden, so we don't bug him too much. But even my honeyberries are choked out. Grapes. Look at the millions of grapes. Finally got an attachment for our bobcat. So my husband can put in post. We can build our trellis and get our grapes off the ground for the first time since we moved them over here in this area. We were putting all these posts in by hand. My husband was using an earth auger. I'm sure a lot of people have heard of them. They're kind of like an ice auger, or they are part of your ice auger, and then you put in a bit that's able to drill into the ground. But our clay is so rock hard, and it was so hard on my husband to do it. It would just cause him a lot of unnecessary pain, so this wasn't a priority to me. Keeping them from hurting was more of a priority. And now we got the tools, we'll be able to put that in, but it just didn't happen this year. Our old hive, we don't have any bees in. My husband just kind of left it so that they could rob from it and eat on it because it wasn't the best looking honey. But here they are, crouched down. Not too many out here. On really hot days, this whole opening will just be filled because they're just out trying to cool themselves. But lots coming in. You can see them all coming in and landing. And you can usually see pollen on their feet when they go in. But super cool bees. I mean, look at, they don't even care. And I am within a foot of the hive with my camera. My kids used to sit and watch them, but it's good to come out here and watch it. My husband's been busy. We haven't been keeping an eye on it like we should be. So it's nice to come over here, check, see if they're dragging a lot of dead ones out. Then there's something probably going on, like mites or something that we have to get in and investigate. So with him having a lack of time, it's good if I come out here once in a while. Stand here for a while, watch their behavior and see how it goes. But it seems like we have a really healthy hive. And I'm really excited because this is the first one that we got to survive through the entire winter here in Zone 3, northern Minnesota. And I know a lot of people that do. We choose not to send ours away. So it's been expensive, but when you're sending them away, they're picking up diseases, they're bringing them back here. The RBs are not able to stop. They don't have the defense built in because they haven't lived years and years with these parasites and stuff. And then you're bringing them back. They're getting RBs that live here. It's just, from what I've read about it, and a lot of people are going to say, oh no, that's not true. But from what I've read about it, it seems like the best thing to do if you're really, really concerned about bees and the environment is just to keep yours here. And hopefully now that we have these strong ones that survived the winter, we can split the hive and have 2 hives next year that survive the winter. And just keep going and making hardier bees seems to be the answer for us. Is that going to guarantee work? No. There's a strong possibility that in a few years we'll have 3 strong hives and lose all of them in one winter. Or maybe none will survive next year. But we're going to keep trying.